It is my great honor and pleasure to be with you on this momentous day. To our graduates, I hope you're as proud of yourselves as I am of you. Because let's be honest, nursing school is hard. When I first started my program 19 years ago, I had no idea what a huge commitment I was going to put myself through. There was nights and there was weekends. Not being able to see my family. My favorite part, learning all the drug names, acronyms, theories, the foundation and nursing process framework, and that took me time too. I am so thankful that I had my classmates to lean on, studying together all the time, sharing meals, coming together to answer important questions like, who was going to bring coffee to the next study session? Or my favorite, who would host the next after party's final happy hour, sorry. You know what I mean, you've been through that. All right, I remember what it felt like to finally reach this moment, the sigh of relief. That's why I'm so happy to join you today, to recognize how far you have come, how much you have accomplished, to celebrate each and every one of you, our graduates from the School of Nursing and our graduates from the Earl E. Bacon Center for Spirituality and Healing. On behalf of your friends, families, professors, mentors, study buddies, your whole community, we see the sacrifices you've made to reach this day. And we are in awe of you, in awe of what you've already done and for what you are about to do. Entering a profession that has the highest of callings, helping people lead healthier, happier, meaningful lives. Your community needs your talents and skills, your intellect and your heart, now more than ever. And because you're entering a field that can be enormously challenging, you will need your community. Please hear me out. You will need your community. I really want to stress that with you today. Our community, our connections with other people are as important as the air we breathe. When we as humans are connected to one another, we thrive and we can do anything. Many of us learned that first lesson firsthand during the pandemic. When we were disconnected from each other, we didn't even know there was a word as social distancing. And we missed our loved ones. And even though we as healthcare professionals are specially trained to know what's best for others' health, sometimes we as healthcare professionals are guilty of not following our own advice. And that's understandable because we're caregivers, we're helpers. We focus on others' well-being. But you must also give to yourself. Help yourself. As you're aware, many of you will join a workforce that is pretty burnt out. A workforce that is facing ongoing labor shortages and a very complex healthcare landscape. You'll need to come up with a plan to care for yourself. And that plan starts today. Your wellness plan. And your plan needs to cover all facets of wellness: mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and don't forget the social as well. And for us as nurses, this is where we take advice from the graduates from the Bacon Center for Spirituality and Healing. They have the knowledge and skills to coach people on achieving this much wider holistic view of health. Health coaching is relatively a new profession within healthcare, but the contributions today's graduates will make will be critical. As you heard, these coaches work in all environments and many, many environments in today's industries. None of us can pour from an empty cup. We have to plan on how we fill our cup. And that requires us to take care of yourself. I urge you, create your very own wellness plan. Learn it, practice it, change it if you need to, but please make sure you always have one. It will help you in so many ways. It will protect you and your well-being, and it will preserve the joy you have in caring for others. And because sometimes we meet people during the hardest moments of their lives, we also have to navigate through a lot of emotions. And it's something that I personally learned the hard way. I like to share what I learned the hard way so that you don't have to learn it the hard way as well. So, as a newer nurse, I would be caring for patients, going through my day, looking at my assignments, feeling happy, trying to stay positive. And then I would walk in a family room and I'll just think about what I need to do. And the family or the patient will give me the look. And you've probably seen that look. What's wrong with you? And going through that reminded me and taught me that while I'm there to do things, I am there to take care of my patients. And I learned to develop emotional intelligence. And that's a real skill and an art. So I hope that advice will help you not learn the hard way. And to be honest, as you start, you'll be very task-oriented. And you'll be focused on giving your meds, doing your charts, reviewing all the boxes and your orders. But I want to remind you that the most important thing is spending time with your patients, their families. It goes far beyond the tasks. And at the end of the day, yes, charting is important, but the relationship you develop with those families and our community that you're caring for will be even more important. Your everyday will become their lifetime memory. Again, those human connections are important. Well, there are more important things than the computer, and for me, I think I've learned that relationships are what makes us thrive and what allows us to provide the best care. That the true joy of nursing comes from being able to hear somebody say, wow, you are helping me get better. You made a difference in my life. Because of you, I am well and alive. That is success. And you will be able to do that every single day. At the same time, though, we can't discount the importance of technology. As you know, it plays a very big role in healthcare, and the role of technology will only get bigger. Sometimes our technology may hinder us, and sometimes it will help us. And it's constantly changing and needs updating. We've probably lived through that with our iPhones. And you're the one who is going to help us use it to make meaningful change in people's lives. You're the one who's going to help us improve it so that it can serve our patients well. We need your innovation. We need you to speak up when you see that that we could do things differently, and to speak up so that we're continuing to move forward and not carrying systems that are broken. We'll need you to lead the way for some of us who didn't grow up with technology woven in every part of our lives. That's not to say that I am old, but it's to say that many of us have lived without it, and we appreciate that you're coming to help us continue to use it to the best of our abilities to improve lives. You're also the ones who are going to lead us into the future where excellent care is accessible to everyone. People of color, people who don't speak English as a first language, people who are of low income, people who are disabled, people who live in rural communities, people with different gender identities, all people. Minnesota is a wonderful place in so many ways, and we love our state. But let me be honest, we also have stark disparities in care. At Children's Minnesota, our research shows that among the issues affecting the health of kids in our community, systemic racism, healthcare disparities are among the top of the list. Addressing those disparities is part of our mission. We're taking action in so many ways, inside the hospitals and the clinics, and outside in our community, so that one day, nothing will stop kids from reaching their best health. And it requires you to help us meet that goal. No one person or organization can find these solutions. We must do it together. Each of you have a role to play, and you, our next generation, will help guide our community into a healthier future where nobody experiences disparities in care. My mom was right so many years ago when she encouraged me to become a nurse. She said, "Caroline, you love being a nurse because you're caring, you love people, and you also get to use your brains at the same time." And I questioned her many times for that last comment. Those are the calls to action that I want to leave you with today. First, innovate. Be our eyes that see things differently. Be the innovators when it comes to using technology so that we can help people heal. Be our innovators when it comes to closing those gaps in disparities. We believe in you. Your second call to action is to develop your own personal wellness, so that as you care for others, you're also caring for yourself. If all of us can move forward with these two things, I believe we can change the world and make it a healthier place. When you start your first job, or when in a few minutes you'll walk across this stage, that isn't when you become a nurse or a health coach or a healer or a therapist. You are already one. You have a world-class education from the best university I know of. The knowledge, the experience, and everything you need to succeed, you have it right here with you right now. You have earned it, and you are ready. No matter where your career takes you in life, you already have what it takes to be the best at what you do in the future. You'll always look at things differently, and that is one of the best parts about being a nurse or working in healthcare. You have the ability to diagnose quickly, and you have the ability to earn respect and trust in speed light, because you're a nurse, a health coach, a healer, a therapist. It is a badge of honor to earn that trust, to be respected, to be able to look at situations differently. Every year there's a poll that goes out on which professions are the most trusted in America, and I hope you all know the answer. Yes, I see some nods. It's a nurse. We are number one. And the number two, the doctors, no offense, they don't even come close. There's one thing you'll do better than anyone else. You'll look at a patient or anybody out there, and instantly, if something isn't right, you'll pick it up. I call it the guts and instincts. We have the instincts to make a quick and accurate assessment, and we also have the guts to act on it. You're a thinker and you're a doer. Trust your gut. Trust your instincts. Trust that you have the knowledge that you need, because you do. There are no boundaries for you. You can practice your profession anywhere. You are trusted anywhere because you wear a very, very honorable badge, a nurse. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I am proud to call you a colleague, and I wish you the very best today and always. Thank you.